What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back. Latest episode of Flea Market Gold. Scott X1307 here. I went to the flea market. This is Saturday, Memorial Day weekend, and actually had a good time, man. I found a number of good things, and I sat there for, I don't know, about 3 hours, just kind of shooting the breeze with the guy who runs the booth. And it's another old guy who they've been friends for years. He always comes in and hangs out, and they sit there and bullshit, and I just sat there talking with them for a while. It's cool to hear know their old stories and things. So had a lot of good time. So hope everybody else is having a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. If you don't have to work, I know a lot of us do. But here, we'll jump right into this. Starting off like usual with some quarter books. Actually, didn't pick up that many quarter books this week. About $4 worth. Picked up a good little stack of priced books. None of them were too expensive though, but I found some really cool things. So I'll start off with a few DC titles I picked up in the quarter books. Found this JSA Blackest Night. It's number 3 of 3. It's the last one I needed in that little 3-issue set there. That's pretty cool. It's a really neat looking cover there with the Black Lantern Superman. Also grabbed this issue of Firestorm, number 21. Just another issue in that run I'm trying to complete. I always thought Firestorm was a pretty neat character, and the series is pretty good. And I grabbed New Teen Titans number 37. Again, it's a series I am working on completing. Got most of the issues. I just need, unfortunately, the first few, which are going to be a little more expensive to get. But got this one here. Great George Perez art, Marv Wolfman story. This book's in really good shape. It's got Metamorpho in it and Black Lightning. I always thought this cover was pretty cool. It's Daredevil 209. This is Daredevil surrounded by a bunch of kids screaming "Help me!" and he's like, "Keep away!" Picked up this issue of New Mutants number 5, the Silver Samurai. New Mutants is always a pretty good little title. And I grabbed this just for the heck of it. Power Pack number 1. It's kind of a cheesy little title, but a few issues I've read, not too bad. And it's Louis Simonson's script, so it's a decent story. Little kids with powers. Knocking off another book on my Thor run. This is 345. This is part of the Walt Simonson run. So it's got some really good art, and should be a pretty good story. I believe that is Malekith the Dark Elf. There was a lot of hype over when that Thor the Dark World movie came out. Ended up being just a lot of hype. And that's all the Marvel and DC books. Rest of the quarter books, found some more fairly early Valiant issues, and decided to go ahead and grab them. They're 5 for $1, 20 cents a piece, so can't beat that. I got Shadow Man number 3. I always thought Shadow Man was pretty cool. Original character for Valiant, kind of underrated. Issue number 11. number 13. And then I got Eternal Warrior number 10. And number 21. And I grabbed Exo Manowar number 27 with Turok Dinosaur Hunter. And 28. I always kind of like that cover there. Looks like the armor's been destroyed. Yeah, title I read a good bit of back in the day, but it was later issues from 20 something on. Magnus Robot Fighter. Got issue number 13, 14, and 19. And these books are all in fairly good shape, only fine to near mint. Then I picked up a few issues of Harbinger. Issue number 5. Number 7. Number 11. And 13 with the homage cover to the Dark Knight. For a while that was a very popular cover back in the 90s. It's been redone a number of times on several different titles. And some Barry Windsor Smith on Archer and Armstrong, issue number 7. And that is it for the quarter books. Picked up a couple other things. They were for Jennifer. But that's all the quarter books I grabbed for me. And then apparently there weren't too many people there early, so I grabbed a good number of price books. They're all fairly cheap and they're 25% off, and some of these were just issues that I couldn't pass up. There was another guy there, and he's there often. I see him about every weekend, every other weekend that I'm there, and he's another regular. And we got to talking about some of the books that I was grabbing, some Kirby stuff, and he mentioned that Kirby did a run, and I have to say I'm ashamed to admit I didn't know about his run in Our Fighting Forces. I think it was like issue 151 to 162 or something like that, and he mentioned that and said he had seen a couple of those issues there, and somehow I had overlooked them. I'm usually pretty keen at spotting Kirby's art and the covers, but being not big into war titles, so I probably overlooked them. But he actually found one issue, and we got to talking, and it's pretty neat because Kirby, he fought in World War II. He was over there, and he said that some of these stories in Our Fighting Forces, which of course features the losers, they were taken from some of his experiences and things that he saw and heard over there. So I thought that was pretty neat. So I grabbed, he was able to find this issue in one of the boxes. It's issue 155. As you can tell, it's definitely a Kirby cover. He does the art and story, and I read this last night, and it's actually pretty good. It's really neat. There are some see, Sarge here is separated from the rest of the losers, Sarge and Gunner, and Gunner's injured, and they're trying to find the people. They're supposed to hook up with some fighters in Yugoslavia, some resistance fighters, and they get separated, and they come across a band of resistance fighters, and ends up not being the people they're supposed to meet up with, some strange things happen. They apparently the fighters that they hook up with aren't really there. It's a pretty neat story. Pretty neat story. It's kind of like they're ghosts. They end up destroying a train station, and kind of find out that there was a group of Yugoslavian fighters they had set explosives all in a hillside to destroy a bridge at the train station, and before they could complete the job, they were ambushed by the Nazis and they were all killed. And apparently their ghosts found Sarge and helped him complete the mission that they didn't finish. They meet back up with the rest of the losers. They are with the band of resistance fighters that they were supposed to find to destroy a munitions facility, and the leader of that group happens to be the brother of the leader of the group that was all killed by the Nazis. And he pulls out a picture, and it's his brother is dead, but it's the guy that Sarge and Gunner came across. It was really neat. Alright. And now next, the bulk of books. And I said I could not pass these up, price and condition, except for the last couple, but they were even cheaper. This is a title I am working to complete, and now with these issues I'll have first 15 completed, and then a few issues after that, and that is Kamandi. It was $4, 25% off, so really good price, I think. Especially it's in really good shape, no major flaws, a couple little spine nicks. Corners are a little soft, but no major creasing. Interior is still in good shape. So I had 1 through 6. There's 7. Issue number 8. Great Kirby post-apocalyptic story. Number 9. Like I said, these are all in really good shape. I would say fine plus, maybe very fine minus on a couple of them, which to me is really good shape for books from the 70s. Here's issue number 10. It's really cool with these giant bat creatures. And issue number 11. He said I had 1 through 6 and then 12 to 15, so that fills in that gap. So I have 1 through 15 completed. And I have a few other issues after that, 20s, 30s. And there were 3 more issues of the series. They're not in great shape, but they were $1, 25% off, so it makes them less than $1. You can see it's got some pretty bad spine wear, a little fading, some small creases, but you know, for less than $1, and that's still Kirby. I think his last issue is like 32, I believe. Issue 30 I found is 28 and 30. And last one I found is issue 34. It is after Kirby left the title. I believe he left DC after that. But almost as good. It's a Joe Kubert cover, as you can tell from the lines and shading. Again, not in the best shape, but for less than $1, it's Kamandi. I'm gonna complete that run, and that's all the DC titles. Like I said, that group of Kamandi. I just that's freaking awesome. Can't beat that price, and these early issues 7 through 11 are in just really superb shape, I think. So it's always nice to find some other Kirby stuff, especially something I wasn't aware of, and it ended up being a really good story. So most of you probably know about it, but if you don't know about Kirby's run on the Losers there, I would recommend, just from this one issue, I'd recommend picking up some of those. Alright, and last 4 books, these are Marvel books, and oh man, after finding the Kamandi, I didn't think it could get any better, and I won't say it got better, but just as good. Found Warlock number 15. This is the last issue in that first series, and it's a Thanos cover. It's part of that Thanos story that ran through the last few issues of Warlock. Jim Starlin story and art. Really cool. That book is in really good shape. Looks like it might be a little faded, but other than that, it's really sharp. And then another one of my favorite artists, Jim Steranko, Strange Tales 165. Yeah, it's off-white, slightly tan. It was only a few bucks. It's got a little damage down here, but you know, it's Steranko. Very Kirby-esque art, at least on his on the characters. But you know, it's Steranko, great artist. Nothing really key about them. And these last 2 books, I was just as excited to find as a Kamandi. Especially, well, I can't pick which one I like better. This issue here, this will be the earliest appearance of Thor that I have. It is the only issue I have found in this series. And it's Journey into Mystery. All the issues I have of Thor after it changed to just, you know, the Mighty Thor. It's issue 111. It is not in the greatest shape. You can see it's got some spine wear. It's got this creasing at the top. Pages are a little tan, but you know what the hell? It's early Thor. It's first appeared in number 83. This is 111, so it's fairly early appearance. And it's got this really awesome Jack Kirby cover. Really love his cosmic scenes. Got the Rainbow Bridge in the background, and just I don't know, can't beat it. 12-cent cover. It's only a few bucks, 25% off. Even in that condition, I still think that's a pretty good deal. And this last book here, rarely find this title in these in this lower numbers, not single digits or anything, but this title, anything before, like, you know, 140, 150 is kind of hard to find, at least in my area. And when you do, they're usually asking a good, you know, pretty penny for them. I love coming across these at the flea market because the guy, the way he prices his books is just outstanding. This book is also in, I think, really good shape. It would be probably in fine condition if it wasn't for one little thing. It's X-Men 75. Yeah, it's after they started the reprint issues. I think this is a reprint of issue 27. They reintroduced the Mimic. But even these last few issues before the title ended for a time are still you know, pretty expensive. You can see it's in really good shape. Still nice and bright colors. You got a couple of you know, spine ticks and things like that. It's tiny little staple tears, but I would say it'd still be in about fine condition if it wasn't for this very light crease here, and it runs, so that's what, about 3 inches. So I'm sure that drops it to you know, VG, but still, and you can see there, sticker still on it. It was $9, but 25% off. I think it's still a good deal. These early X-Men are, you know, getting harder and harder to find, and they're usually really expensive when you do, even in lower condition. I've seen books like that at cons, you know, going for, you know, $30-40. So I thought that was a good deal. So, all right, I've been finding some really good stuff lately, man. After finding these a couple weeks ago, some Transformers. I have to throw this back up there. Some G1 Transformers in pretty good shape, and issue of Silver Surfer, some Strange Tales, some Tales to Astonish, Tales of Suspense. Been finding some really good stuff, and I'm glad this weekend I was able to find some more awesome books, especially this X-Men Journey into Mystery, and then these Kamandi. That's just awesome. So, hope you guys and gals enjoyed those books. I really appreciate everybody watching and commenting. And been having a lot to do. Been trying to find a lot of side work, trying to make some money. Was hoping to go to Heroes this year, but doesn't look like I'm going to be able to make it, which kind of bumming me out. But you know, I still have the flea market. I guess, like I said before, I could not go to the flea market for a few weeks and save that money, but this is the kind of stuff I would miss by not going to the flea market. And I don't know, it's much better deals than you can find at the cons. Cons mainly to me are just to meet some artists and writers, different creators, get signatures, and maybe some sketch covers, things like that. But oh well. Anyway, hope you guys like that. Like I said, appreciate all the views and comments and likes on the videos. And till next time, guys, like always, take care and keep reading those books. Later.